All right, so those signals now, if I drop them, all you need to do is just go and buy those coins on spot, right, and then keep it. So that when then if you have mastered future trading and you want to trade on future, it's very, very risky. You can lose your money. But if you want to trade on future, you can also trade on future and make quick profits. You can make quick profits on futures. You can also lose money on futures, right? So this is the market. So this is spot trading. Let's say you want to trade on spot now. So you click on trades. Okay, so you click on trades and then you go to spot. Okay, so let's say for instance now you already bought that USDT I told you about. Okay, this particular account, I don't have any money on it right now. So let's say for instance you already bought that USDT from someone through P2P. So you have USDT in your wallet, all right, and you want to buy a particular coin. So this place they wrote FTM/BUSD. You click on it so you can find the coin you want to buy. Let's say you want to buy Shiba. All right, so you just type SH, so it will come up. You see all the pairs. So let's say for instance what you have is USDT, right? The coin you want to trade with is USD. So you are trading Shiba with USDT, right? So let's say for instance maybe you have BUSDT instead of USDT. So you'll be trading Shiba with BUSDT. Okay, so let's say for instance now you have there used to be Shiba with BNB, and Sushi. Okay, Sushi with BTC. Let's say you have BTC and you want to trade it with Sushi, so you'll be trading BTC with Sushi, right? So but usually you trade with USDT. Usually you trade with USDT. That's the best to trade with USDT. So you can also trade with BUSDT. It's almost the same thing. If you even check the chart here, USDT has done minus 3.7%, which is it had lost by 3.7%, and BUSDT has lost by 3.69%. So it's almost the same thing, right? So you choose this USDT. Okay, so what you do here is, now there are two different ways to trade. You can trade with limits, you can trade with the market's current price. Like I said earlier in the voice note. So you want to trade with limits, you leave it at limit. So limit is that you want to put the amount you want to buy. So currently now this Shiba Inu now is 0.00002343. All right, that's the current price of this coin now. So let's say for instance you want to buy it at 2243. So you will now put that amount here. So this is where you will now put it. So you delete it. So you want to buy it at 224 or 2232. This is the amount. So it's lower than this. Or maybe you want to even buy it at 20. All right. So this is the limit you want to buy. So the moment this coin reaches 220, the market will execute itself automatically. It will buy itself automatically. All right, it will buy that coin for you automatically. So it will now be on your spot, and you will now wait for it to increase, to rise, maybe back to this amount it is here, right? Then you make your profits, or even higher than this amount, then you make your profits. But note, the coin can also go below what you actually bought, which means you are in loss. All right, which means you're in loss. So this is the limit you want to buy. Then you put the amount of USDT you want to use to buy this coin, usually from 10 USDT above. So let's say you want to use 20 USDT. So 20 USDT will give you over 1 million Shiba Inus. You see, so 20 USDT will give you 1 million Shiba Inu. All right, so you click buy. It won't go because I don't have, say I don't have balance. I don't have USDT on this account. But if I had USDT on this account, it will just, it will be on open orders. So you see it, one open orders. Why? Because this market is not yet at this current price I said I want to buy the Shiba Inu. All right, so let's say you want to buy it at current market price, so you change it to market. So by the time you put the amount of USDT you want to use to buy this coin, let's say you want to use 20 USDT to buy this coin now, right? So it will execute the the market, it will execute the order at the current market price, which is 2344. All right, so you just click on buy. I don't have money here, so it won't go, and it will just buy immediately. So you will not see it in open orders. You will not see it in open order. The order will execute immediately. So if you go to your spot wallet, you'll be seeing that Shiba Inu there. You'll be seeing that $20 worth of Shiba Inu that you bought there. All right, so you leave it till when the market increases, you buy. So the same goes with any other coin you want to buy. Let's say you want to even buy BTC with BUSDT. So this is it. So BTC is currently $37,000 675 at this moment, right? So if it is market price, you leave it at market. If it is limit, let's say you predicted that you have a feeling that BTC will drop to maybe $35,000, which it has even dropped like that severally. All right, so you can even say, no, I don't want to buy for $37,000. I want to buy for $35,000. So you change it to $35,000, right? Change it to $35,000 instead of $37,000. All right, so you change it to $35,000 at this limit price. So when BTC drops to $35,000, the amount of BTC you want to buy with your USDT, let's say you want to buy $50 worth of BTC, all right, at $35,000. So if BTC eventually drops to $35,000, this order will automatically execute itself, and that buying order will complete. Okay, but if you want to buy it at the market price, the current market price for BTC is $37,000, right? So you just put the amount of USDT you want to use. Remember, you bought USDT from someone who has their USDT in their wallet. So let's say you want to use 50 USDT now. So the money will buy. You use this amount of USDT to buy to buy BTC with this current price. I don't know if you understand. Okay, let me show you an example of some that I've already bought before now. Let me show you order history. See, I've bought feeder. Now that okay, let me go to trade history. I bought feeder, right? The price I bought this coin as at that time was 2.3, right? And then the amount of USDT I used was 9.2 USDT, right? So the fee they charged me is this. The total USDT was the amount of fee that I bought, sorry, with this I used 21 USDT to buy 9.2 feeder, which was around $2.3 as at that time. Okay, now and then this is it. I bought it at this point and I sold at this point. So I sold it I was in loss when I sold it. So as you can see, I was in loss when I sold it. I bought 9.2. I bought okay. Yeah, I bought it at 5.1. I sold at I think it's not everything I sold, sha. I didn't sell everything. Yeah, I think I didn't sell everything. I sold part of it and I left part of it. Now this LPT, right? I sold LPT. I sold LPT. As at the time I sold this LPT, it was $27.76. Right. So the total USDT I used was $18.5. That is what the total USDT I sold this thing for. So this is it, SLP. This is it. Then I bought SLP with $16, 16 USDT. All right. So I bought SLP with 16 USDT. The SLP I bought with 16 USDT was 537. All right. At the current price of SLP at that time was 0.0307. Okay. So this is just it. Any order you execute, the record will always be here for you. All right, the record will always be here for you. So let's go to futures trading. Now, this is futures trading. It looks like sports, but it's not the same thing. Okay, so here there are two things. There's different things you can do with with futures trading. It's called leverage trading. Okay, it's called leverage trading. You can use $10 now to trade, and then you borrow an extra $90, which is a total of $100 to trade. Okay, and then you make profit on it and you smile to the bank. At the same time, you can make loss on it. All right, at the same time, you can make loss. As you're seeing under this USDT here, available USDT, I have 0.00. I don't have any USDT at all to do this futures trading. All right, so but let's say for instance I want to do futures trading. I can choose the pair I want. Let's say I want to trade Avas. I'll click on Avas here. I'll click on Avas. All right, so Avas currently is $74. Okay, let's say I want to trade it with market price. So I'll click on market. The amount I can come and say I want to use, say the minimum is 74 USDT. So let's say I want to use 80 USDT to trade these adverts, and then I want to borrow more USDT from this futures trading. So I will just click here. If I want to borrow, so I don't have any. Okay, here now it means that you want to use either part of your USDT or all of. Let me say you want to use 25% of your USDT, you want to use 50% of the USDT you have, or you want to use 100%. So 100% is still 00 because I don't have any USDT here. Okay, so let's say I'll just put 50 here, and then here where you see TPSL. So TP means take profit, SL means stop loss. Okay, usually when you're trading on futures, it's always advised you stop loss so that when the coin get to that point, the market will execute and you won't lose much. All right, you won't lose much. And then you can also set your take profit, because right now the coin is at $74.66, $3, so it's fluctuating 64, 63, 70. So let's say for instance I want to take your profit at $75, and then you want that, you tell the app that if this coin eventually go to $73, right, please stop the market for me. So that is stop loss. All right. So instead of you losing all the money you have here, you will stop the loss at $73. So you just buy. Just click on buy. So because I don't have any USDT here, it cannot go. All right. So this is how you trade on future. So and then you can also choose whether you want to do cross margin or isolated margin. All right. Now for cross margin, now the difference between cross margin and isolated margin is that if you're using cross margin, if your if you're using cross margin, if the if your market reach the limit where it's supposed to reach, because they always give you a limit that if this market gets to this point, the market will execute automatically. So if you're using a cross margin, if you get to that limit, let's say now this coin, for instance, now this coin is 75.03, right? Oh my god, this coin is really going down. Something that was 75.7 something, see, it has entered 74.99. So let's say this coin eventually went to 73 or 74 actually, right? And then the amount you bought, so the money will be reduced. So if it's, they might tell you that if this coin get to 73, your margin will exceed, it has exceeded your margin. All right, so now you will now lose everything you have on this your futures trade. All the money you have on your futures trade, you will lose that money. All right, so instead of that cross, and with cross trading, the reason why some people use cross trading is because it makes you more money. All right, it makes you more money, unlike the isolated margin. Now for selected margin is only that amount you use to enter that trade. Let's say for instance you use $50 to enter 50 USDT to enter the trade, and then you have your available USDT is maybe you have 100 USDT, but you decided to use 50 to enter the trade. Now if your trade gets to that margin, if you're using isolated, it's only that $50 that will go. But if you're using cross margin, that $100, everything inside that your wallet, inside this your features wallet will go. The money will go. You understand? So you can decide your leverage size. You can be 10x, you can be 20x, you can be 30x. Now the more the leverage, the more money you make, and the more loss you incur. All right. The more leverage, the more money you make, the more loss you. So let's say for instance now you enter the trade with $100, okay, and then the trade did 10%. So 10 times 10 will give you your profit. If you are doing 10x leverage, if it's 20x leverage you are doing, if you have 10% on that coin, so it will be 10 times 20